everyone, I'm Meg Oliver.
And I'm Elaine Quijano. Unrest outside a Baltimore courthouse. Protesters and police are clashing, while inside, the first hearing over the death of Freddie Gray has begun.
6 Baltimore police officers have been charged in the April death of the 25-year-old black man. Gray suffered a deadly spine injury while in police custody. Defense attorneys want the case dismissed. CBS News producer Christina Ruffini joins us now outside the courthouse. Christina, give us a sense of what's going on right now.
Good morning. What's going on here this afternoon is police really just don't want to take any chances. There's a small protest that started around 8 a.m. About 12 people. Eventually it's 12 to 50 people chanting, megaphones, but nothing like we've seen before. There are police stationed on every corner, and there are backup police from Maryland and other states stationed around the city waiting in case something goes wrong and they need to call in other forces. I talked to some officers a few minutes ago. They said there have been a few arrests. They said just a handful, less than 5. When the protest behind me broke up, they walked out into the streets, and the officer said some of the protests were getting rowdy. They were getting towards the harbor, and they scooped him up and threw him in a van. He said, "We're not taking any chances this time."
Christina, what have the protesters told you about their own plans for today?
Well, the group was surprisingly small. I think even the protesters thought it was smaller than it would be. And towards the end, they said, you know, we're coming back. They said, we have jobs. We had to go to work starting at 7 a.m., so we're coming back in force at 6:30. And they encouraged everybody to stay on Twitter and watch Facebook. In case any of these charges are dismissed, they said they'll be calling for emergency action, and everyone needs to be prepared to react.
You mentioned law enforcement. They're not taking any chances. Have you heard any plans for a possible trying to think of the word, it just escaped me. A curfew, sorry, later tonight if things do get out of hand?
We haven't heard any drastic measures like that yet. I think they're really just hedging their bets here. You know, they don't want a repeat of the images they saw last time. They don't want the city descending into chaos. And we were here the last time these protests erupted, and they just, when we were driving around the city that Monday night, we didn't see hardly any police officers. We're still trying to decide if that was deliberate or if they just were unprepared. And they have a new police chief here, and I think he just doesn't want a repeat of what happened last time. And like they said, they're not taking any chances, and they want to be prepared for whatever happens, even if that's the very organized civil protest we saw earlier today.
I remember that night you're talking about, because I was here on the desk that night, that Monday night, when you and producer Alicia Amling were out, and there were fires burning. I just want to let our viewers know the Baltimore Police Department has issued a statement on Facebook, and we have that for you. This is the protest update from the Baltimore Police Department. It says, we have protesters in the area of Pratt and Calvert Streets. They blocked the roadway briefly. They have since been given direction to move out of the roadway. Most have acknowledged and moved to sidewalk, approximately 50 to 75 people. An arrest has been made. Christina, how would you describe the level of tension right now? It seems obviously pretty relaxed compared to other times that I've had a chance to talk to you, the time that you were driving through with Alicia Amling on that night.
Right, I mean, there is no comparison. It's fairly calm here today. It's very organized. Like I said, it was a small group. They didn't even take up the whole street in front of the courthouse. They were really relegated to this one corner. They were organized. They chanted, you know, some of the things we hear all the time here in Baltimore: no justice, no peace, no racist police, all day, all night, we're going to fight for Freddie Gray. But the protesters, you know, they said, we've blocked the street, you know, we've successfully shut down, but really it was mostly media. There was a comparable number of media to protesters here. And so far the city is going about their business. You know, people have jobs. The riots in April were so disruptive that I think people are really reluctant to have that happen again. So everybody's just trying to go about their business and hope that things stay calm and that everything goes forward as planned.
All right, Christina, I know you'll be there on the front lines for us. Christina Ruffini, thank you.